There we go. Okay, should be getting started, and beautiful. There we go. So, hello everybody. Hello. I know we're a little bit, I suppose we're a little bit early. So, but you know, close enough. Close enough. Maybe I'll wait a little bit. Talk about something random for a little bit. I've started watching the final season of Stranger Things. I won't give any spoilers, but it's been all right. You know, like I feel like the show can never kind of fully recapture that kind of dread and mystery of season 1. Like once they kind of reveal. Anyway, though, but yeah, so I think it's been a little bit. You know, some of the intensity is lost at this point. Maybe I'm just a little too used to kind of all the creatures and the monsters and what they do. It doesn't have that same horror to it. But yeah, it's definitely entertaining. It's keeping me entertained. So there's something to be said for that for sure. And okay, I think we can now start to actually talk about what we're building today. I think it's by the time with the delay this hits you guys, it should be around 11:30 or anyway though. Yeah, some people saying hope you're good. Thank you. I'm doing well. Okay. So, Misty Terrain, we are there. Okay, so let's talk about wheezing, because if we look, there's the move Misty Terrain, which a bunch of Pokemon get. It is obviously garbage. We're not horrible. We're not going to use that. So we're going to use a Pokemon with the ability Misty Surge, for which there is only one. So we've got a wheezing on the team, that's for sure. And it will have a terrain extender because we're going to be making use of this Misty Surge. So yeah, this is the this is what we're going to be using. If we look at wheezing, look at this Pokemon, neutralizing gas 72% of the time. And actually, I think if we filter for higher ladder, it gets even lower. Yeah, so neutralizing gas 96% of the time. So wow, only trash people are using Levitate, I guess. And then yeah, Misty Surge at 1.3%. So Galarian Weezing is a Pokemon with 2 really good abilities and 1 ability that's not that great, which is Misty Surge. Right, Levitate is obviously amazing for a Poison Fairy type. Poison Fairy with Levitate is like, well, probably you could argue maybe one of the best defensive types ever. It's so insanely good. Like that's just, it's amazing. People saying, did I run out of ideas? No, I think this is actually going to be one of the stronger ideas. I've got plenty of ideas left. Plenty of ideas. And I think this is a particularly strong one. So, when it comes to wheezing, then yeah. Okay, someone says they forgot what Misty Surge does. So sure, let me explain what Misty Terrain does. Prevents grounded Pokemon from being statused. And halves power of dragon moves, once again, against grounded Pokemon. So, the main one, this dragon move thing is nice. Like, it's fine. It's cool. It's good. You know, you'll take a Draco. It'll help you with CB Pult. But the biggest thing of Misty Terrain is prevents grounded Pokemon from being statused. There are so many setup Pokemon that love not being statused. People are saying, you guys are such haters. We got some people in chat like, so basically a Hawlucha stream. No. In fact, Hawlucha might not even be on the final team. I expect it will, because it is very good with Misty Seed. But no, there are a lot of Pokemon that really, really, really like not being able to be statused. It's a huge win for some extremely threatening sweepers. So I'm pretty optimistic. I think this archetype, I don't know if it's top level viable, but I've like performed well in 1900s with Misty Terrain Hyper Offense before, and we will be going with Hyper Offense. HO is the, I'll type it out. Hyper Offense is the only viable archetype for Misty Terrain. The reason being, right, you have stuff like Misty Seed, you have setup sweepers that really appreciate not taking status. If you don't go with a hyper offense build, it just makes a lot more sense to run a couple status absorbers, Pokemon like Goldango, Garganacl. It doesn't really make sense to have a whole team supported by Misty Surge. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe someone will come out with a Misty Terrain Weezing team that'll just be like absolutely fire and really make good use of it. I doubt it though. I think hyper offense is the only real way to go with this. So, and there are a couple other things Misty Terrain does, like Misty Explosion gets buffed to 150 base power, which, given we're running this on a Weezing, we might actually do that. Like, there's a distinct possibility we actually run Misty Explosion, because this is going to be a more offensively inclined Weezing. Probably Memento would be better, though, honestly, since we're going with setup sweepers. But we can decide on the sets later. It's not really of immediate importance what we run on this Weezing, other than the fact that it's Terrain Extender. So I'll kind of quickly show you guys what I've done in the past with this kind of thing. Search Weezing. So if we look here, let's see, these are some neutralizing gas ones. There we go. So I've built some interesting Misty Terrain teams. So here's one. This one, it didn't flesh it out, but like a lot of Misty Seed Pokemon. Okidogi really likes not being status. Iron Hands with Misty Seed seems really cool. DD, Curem. Kingambit is a classic on these Misty Terrain teams. So let me start writing here. Misty Terrain abusers, right? Some of the big ones. I would say Kingambit is a huge one. That's almost certainly going to be on the team. Hawlucha is another good one. Iron Hands is pretty cool. Another one I could see working really well is actually Leftovers, Raging Bolt, right? Because a lot of times, like, those leftover sets are a little bit weaker, but they're pretty bulky. They're pretty tough to take down. And the main way people do that, like, you're threatened by Toxic, like they'll just go into a Slowking and poison you. And the fact that you won't be able to do that is pretty cool. So I feel like that's an option I could see as well. You go into Gliscor, you go into Pecharunt and start clicking Malignant Chain, whatever, on the Raging Bolt. So yeah, that's kind of one approach. I guess we'll kind of have like secondary abusers that I don't think are as strong, but I'll put Okidogi and Curem on there to consider. But yeah, Kingambit loves not being able to be status. It absolutely loves it. So, and then I guess we should say support Pokemon. So Great Tusk is, well, there are really two. So Great Tusk is obviously really good just because it's a Great Tusk, right? It does enjoy not being able to be statused by like Flame Body and Static and that kind of thing. And so that's good. It provides a ground immunity. It gives you Stealth Rock, gives you Rapid Spin. Mousehold is surprisingly good on Misty Terrain because, well, for a few reasons. One, it provides really consistent removal, like stopping Tidy Up. It can't be done unless, you're faster and Taunt or Encore or Kill it or something like that. But it's pretty fast. Mousehold is pretty fast, and Tidy Up is a very, very good removal. And Pokemon like Zapdos and Moltres that usually can just guarantee a status on Mousehold, this time will not. You'll be immune to that, so that's pretty cool. Now, you're still not immune to Rocky Helmet, but it's pretty nice. Next is this Skeledirge. This Skeledirge set is actually so good when you can't status it. It's so good. I've run this on several occasions. This 250 speed set is kind of wild. I don't know maybe if we need to make it quite that fast, but Speedy Flame Charge Skeledirge has done very well by me in some previous Misty Terrain teams. So I think that's interesting. And Hitmonlee, I really don't see us running Hitmonlee. I don't even know why. I think I just ran it for like entertainment's sake because it was background footage for a Misty Terrain video. But it's a thing. I could see, interesting that we put Banded, but I could see SD glasses low kicks potentially working as well. I could see that being good. I'm not sure why I put a Landorus on here. Someone says Zama is good on Misty Terrain. Oh, it's going to restart me. Really? I don't really see the vision there, honestly. Let's see if we have any other Misty Terrain teams in here that I can draw some inspiration from. I'm sure I've done it before. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so that was kind of the same one as before. Yeah, Roaring Moon used to be the top dog on these kinds of teams. Roaring Moon was very, very good. It's a shame for Misty Terrain that it got banned for sure. Tried some semi-stalls. And there was this one at the bottom with Gouging Fire and Volcarona. Wow, I've been on the Misty train for a while. Crazy stuff. All right, so the question is just, you know, which abusers do we go with? There's a whole big list of them. And thank you. We got the Mr. First. Thank you very much for the £5. Very generous donation saying, "Hey, Pink, just wanted to wish you a good one. I remember asking you to try out a while back with Lilligant H. Will it be involved too?" Yes, so that's another one I was really curious to try is Hisuian Lilligant. I think that's such a cool Pokemon. And yeah. I feel like it really likes not being able to be statused, and I had some kind of fun ideas with that. So let's see. Another thing I'm curious about with Lilligant, though, if we were to go with a Hustle set, because I'm thinking Terra Blast, Ghost, Low Kick, Victory Dance, and Ghost, with, you know, Life Orb, and then Synthesis last. So let's check just like a defensive Zapdos, for example. Terra Blast, Ghost. Ooh. Oh, it's Chlorophyll though. Okay, Hustle. And then +1 Adamant. Okay, that's pretty good damage. That is pretty good. We might actually go Chlorophyll intentionally on this team though, if we're being honest. We might actually do that to just hit our moves, set up a little slower, but actually hit moves. And it would give us a really good matchup, probably into Sun. So there's something to be said for that. But like, let's check like Corviknight. I guess we don't need to really worry since Corviknight's setup fodder. Yeah, this is interesting. I guess Petron's probably getting smoked. Yeah, the Hustle does seem kind of necessary though. How does the team deal with Rillaboom? A lot of the sweepers on Misty Terrain, fortunately, are just naturally good into Rillaboom. Like, if you look at a lot of this list, just kind of does well into Rillaboom, so that's the fortunate thing. So I'd say definite team members. And I'll say Iron Treads as well is just always a thing on these kinds of teams. Iron Treads is always an option. Typically works well on a lot of these kind of hyper offense teams that need something to rock up and spin. So let's see. Also, Zach Pro asking if you can call in Discord after the stream. You can send me a message, but I'm not sure I'm going to be. I don't think I'll be up for a call after the stream. But let's see. So definite team members, obviously Weezing and King Gambit. And oh boy, the Oil Baron has struck again. Something or other. An incredibly generous donation of 50 gifted memberships. Wow. Thank you so much. That is wild. Amazing stuff. Thank you so much. Bunch of people, almost everyone in chat. Also, yeah, do remember to like the stream, by the way. Let's get people in here. If you're enjoying, please do like the stream. That's wild. And wow, thank you, Carbon Psyche, for the $5 donation. Thank you. When are you going to build around Scarf, Will-O-Wisp, Ceruledge? So for those that don't get the reference, I almost lost a game on my NatDex stream Thursday night because like my Zamazenta, I clicked sub and this Ceruledge outsped me and used Will-O-Wisp. It was a Scarf Wisp Ceruledge, and I was just like, I had no idea how to cope with such a thing. Anyway, are there any other Misty Terrain Pokemon that you guys think, okay, you should really include this? Like, I don't think there are any Unburdened. I mean, there's Sceptile, right? Like, I don't think they're real, to be honest. I don't think, like, no, Sceptile's not real. I'm sorry, guys. But no, like, Hawlucha's just way better. Hitmonlee's, like, Hawlucha's better than all these. I think if we're going to use another Unburdened Pokemon, it's just going to be Hawlucha. Are there any other Pokemon that like really like not being able to get statused? Did I write Raging Bolt? I did. Yeah, okay. Like, I guess, no, Garchomp's not going to like the weakened dragon moves. Ursaluna definitely not having a fun time. Like, I guess Quaquaval, kind of. Not really, though. That's not really the big issue. It's Wellspring is the big issue. Yeah, I think we got the big ones. I think we got the heavy hitters as far as really loving no status. I guess like a Swords Dance Weavile, but I don't think that's strong enough to be an abuser with all the other things we have that look so good. Bognor, thank you very much for the £2. So I hope everyone had a great Christmas. Enjoy the stream. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that's looking like a really strong abuser, but let me know in chat. Do you have any ideas? Do you have anything that you're like, I think this would be fire if it couldn't get status? It's like a Pokemon that's very much limited by status hitting it a lot of the time. And it's got to be grounded. The exception being Hawlucha. Not being grounded is okay because it's just really good with Unburden. Leftovers Toxapex with Toxic for sure. Definitely, that's a good idea. Can't believe I didn't think of that one. Sinistra is an interesting idea. I could see that being okay. I don't think... I'll put it on the secondary abusers list. I don't think that sounds amazing. But it doesn't sound horrible. Ogerpon has Ivy Cudgel, so it's not really that worried about getting statused on a typical basis. It's still an Ogerpon, so I'm not going to say no. But it's not, no, it's not really an abuser, I would say. Yeah, none of these are really thrilling me, and we're getting into the pretty bad Pokemon range. Not all of them, like Dedun is still good. But I think we're probably... It's crazy that this thing is in PU. Oh my gosh, something or other. Another 50 gifted memberships. This is insane. Thank you so much for the generosity. Absolutely wild. Okay, everyone in chat now. There are fewer than 100, so I think everyone in chat should have a membership by now. I think you have to have turn on accept gifts. So that might be something that might be something wrong if you're having issues getting the gifted membership. Like Loki Glastrier could be kind of funny, but no, I don't think so. Yeah, thank you so much, something or other. That's incredibly generous. Yeah. Nothing else here is really jumping out at me. Okay, that's good. I think we've got a fine list. So it's really just going to be mixing and matching these. And I think for the most part, I just want to test this based on what I see perform well. I don't really want to spend a whole bunch of time in the building stage. I kind of just want to throw something together, get into the battles and test, because I think that's a more effective way when it comes to hyper offense. Like with bulkier teams, I think it's really sitting in the builder and thinking about it is often a good idea. But with sweepers, it's just really hard to tell what's going to work out. So I think I want to grab my Skeledirge. Let me just find also 3,000 teams. I cleared it a while ago. I've actually it's over like 20,000 across my devices and different clearing stages. So okay, let me copy this. We'll grab this Skeledirge. We'll trust that I was cooking when I made it this fast. Probably outspeeding Bolt is worthwhile, to be honest, so I guess that makes some sense. Terra Fairy is kind of weird in retrospect. Why am I copying the Skeleturge onto itself? Terra Fairy is kind of weird when we have the dragon weakness thing applied, so I'll probably change that around. But yeah, I think Skeleturge has been really good. Kingambit has been really good. Normally I go Terra Blast Fairy Kingambit, which I think is insanely good on Misty Terrain. This time I'll probably go maybe like Terra Dark Glasses. I'm thinking sounds good. I'll probably go with that. Yeah, or we could just go like Lefty's Terra Ghost. That sounds not bad either. Let's go with that. Let's just go with like a standard. But then I'm worried about stall break. We'll figure it out. Lilligant. How much does it do to like a Dondozo? Like, is this getting past anything? Because I'm planning on running low kick, not CC, so I can keep my defense intact. That does so much damage. I love to see that, Lilligant. Yeah, because that +1 does... Really? You do that much? Holy, good stuff. Okay. So yeah, here's the set I had in mind. Is Victory Dance, of course, Synthesis, Terra Blast, Ghost, and Low Kick. This seems to me like really good coverage. D-Knight has run it with great success. So this is... as for the set, I was considering like a bulkier spread. Now I'm thinking we probably just go offensive. But we'll kind of see how this works out. I'm intrigued. Because now it can set up on stuff it couldn't set up on before. And we go Terra Ghost, of course. We might change this Lilligant set. Changes possible, or we'll say potential changes. Make Lilligant more defensive. Spidef investment. Maybe leftovers. Maybe not hustle, even. I could see that being a thing. And then I could also see Glasses, Terra Dark, Kingambit being a good idea here. Who is going to be the Wisher, I wonder? We're not putting a Nala Momola on this team, if that's what you're implying. That would be really bad on a hyper offense build. I mean, we tried it before with like dual screens, Grimmsnarl plus Mola. I think there's maybe something there, but no, it's not. It's not the right approach with Misty Terrain, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so let's see. We got the SD Gambit, we got the Dirge. We need either a Mousehold or a Great Tusk. Let's try Hawlucha and Great Tusk to get started and just kind of see how it goes, see how we feel about it. What is a minus defense nature? Whoops. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks for letting me know. Also, like the stream if you're enjoying. It's okay. We got the wheezing. I don't really know what to do with this. We could make it offensive. We could make it defensive. Probably like just offensive coverage makes the most sense. Run Taunt on it. Kind of cool. Just like a speedy Taunt set sounds not bad. We could live some hits, block some early game hazards. Let's try like Taunt, Memento, Overheat, Strange Steam. That seemed fine. We can just start with that. Go Speedy, and then something like that. I don't really know what to run on this, to be honest, guys. We'll go Terra Flying. But yeah, I don't really know what to run on this. How do you beat Torn? Like Tornadus? Well, Skeleturge, I think, should wall it. We'll see. See how that plan holds up. And yeah, we'll go Kowtow, Iron Head, Sucker Punch, Terra Ghost. We'll go with the bulky set. We'll go 16 for speed creeping other slow gambit. And then on this, probably a fairly standard Misty Seed, Terra Ground. Seems good. Unburden, and then SD, Acro, CC, Encore. Nothing too crazy here. I like to make my Hawlucha pretty bulky. We want to outspeed, I guess Scarfry is really the fastest thing to worry about. Or maybe let's outspeed Venusaur. I don't know if Venusaur is faster than Scarf Darkrai. Let's see. Venusaur... No, Scarfry is faster. So that's going to be... Hawlucha, we want to... 303 makes sense, though, honestly. Maybe we just hit that. Being bulky is really nice, too, though. I'm just thinking if we get, like, forced back in, like, forced out and back in, do we want to outspeed Tusk? And it's like, probably we do. Probably we do, right? How does your team deal with Trick Room? I mean, not well. It's not really a good matchup. Trick Room's not that common. And, you know, we've got ways. We've got King Gambit is notoriously difficult for Trick Room to deal with. How do we deal with... In the side terrain, Trick Room will kind of dislike the fact that we can just end side terrain. But, you know, this Lilligant looks pretty good if we can get a Victory Dance up on something. Maybe we go... Let's go, like, Terra Water on this. I feel like that's a little bit better. Since we have the Dragon resistance already. No Raging Fury, Thrash, Outrage, or Petal Dance? No, I don't think those moves are that great. Especially not Outrage, because it's going to be super weak. Let's just go with the Outspeed Darkrai EVs, which I believe are... It's like 288, I think, is it? Yeah, 288. Cool. So 64. Gives us a good chunk of bulk, which I like. There we go. Beautiful. Terra Ground to ground Hawlucha, so we can get that status immune benefit and be immune to Thunderclap. It's a nice combo. Rain, Ghost, Water. Okay. Seems good. Just make sure we got the right abilities here. Unburden, yep. Okay, and then Tusk last. I'm probably we just go like a booster speed rocks one. I'm tempted to go bulk up as well and go hazardless because that's also a pretty appealing set here. Let's try hazardless because I feel like this is a team that's not going to desperately need it, and we'll see how we feel about it. Maybe we change to boots, but let's try this. I feel like this is an interesting set. I want to go like headlong and then head smash. Kind of go with the ground rock coverage since we're given time to set up on Gliscor. Threats like that. And we can go... Do we want to go Terra Rock? That'd be pretty interesting. At the same time, I feel like just going like Terra Poison makes a good bit of sense in case the terrain runs out and we're still setting up. Well, how much do we do to a Gliscor, I think is a good question. With Head Smash, it's not going to be much. It's actually, that's not bad at all. So we just set up to +3 and we're, yeah, in defensive Gliscor. Okay, yeah, Fizz Def is a little tough for that. We have to get to, I think, like +5 to kill. Yeah, that's still like... Let's go with it. Let's go with it. And then for defensive, we just want to go with a defensive Terra type. Let's think. We have the Dragon thing on our side, so probably the best defensive Terra type would be like... I want to say maybe like Ghost to get past ID Core would be interesting. Let's give that a go. But we already have so many Pokemon that can farm ID Corv. So let me take that back. Let's just go with Rock. Let's go for the... Well, we're not going to use that ever, though, do we? I feel like Tusk always appreciates the defensive Terras more. Let's just go with Steel. Steel's good. It helps Tusk with a lot of types. It's probably not a big deal. We should just get into the battles and stop burning time. Okay, yeah, let's give this a go. I'm probably going to replace Lilligant, to be honest. As cool as it is in theory, I don't think it'll perform well for us. But okay, we instantly got a stall matchup, so that's kind of cool. I use the word cool loosely. Lilligant is the key, so we've got to play that Pokemon very carefully. We do just want to start with Weezing. Knockoff is pretty... Oh, we've got... This person's got all kinds of badges. What is this for? Top 30. Wow, ladder's really deflated if they're at top 30 with 1850s. Probably we just go Dirge. Okay, that did so much damage. Why did that... Okay, I don't know. That's fine. Let's Torch Song. They have Earthquake. That's not good. Knock and EQ. Let's go into Lucha here. Oh, it's Encore? Cool. Okay, we can SD up here. We could Terra Ground. I don't think that's a good move. I'm just going to click Acro. Okay, cool. Lefty's Dozo. Good to know. Let's click CC. Go for it again. Okay, honestly, that's an okay situation. I'm okay with this. And Misty Terrain does block Rest, which is another really cool thing. So this Dozo, you know, its healing days are very limited. Let's go into Tusk. Start bulking up. Ooh, beautiful. Ooh, look at that, guys. Head Smash instantly doing what we want it to do. Let's do it. Let's Headlong Rush. You can't rest, buddy. No, sir. That's not how this works. Oh, down you go, Gliscor. That's rough. That's rough. Switch into packs? Sure, I don't care. I just don't care. Let's go Gambit. Start Iron Heading. Dozo trying to come in. Kowtow Cleave. What are we doing? Kowtow Cleave again. Cool. Iron Head. Ooh, that's doing good damage, that Iron Head. Yeah, I don't need to SD. I'm not going to SD. You might foul play me. I'm just going to keep on clicking. This is great. I forgot about it blocking Rest. That's so helpful here. Yeah, I don't care. I'm going to keep clicking this. Like, I can... Your Toxapex can't touch me. It's a Toxapex. Not being able to touch Kingambit is kind of what it does. Like, I can just click. I do not need to make any predictions, any reads, play any games. I'll SD here. Like, sure. Speed things up a little bit. But yeah, this is good. There we go. Down it goes. Blissey comes in. I don't think you can take this very well. Okay, yeah, like, nice. Just Iron Head. Let's go into this and Strange Steam. Actually, we can, yeah, sure, we'll Strange Steam. Okay, let's just taunt. Let's shut this down. Let's end this. GG. Okay. Starting off strong, getting a win against a stall player, 200 elo higher. Oh yeah, by the way, my elo is in the absolute garbage bin. Because of the Quiver Dance background footage I tried to gather. No. So someone said no Flame Body proc. Great Tusk was in Misty Terrain, so there was no chance. I couldn't get Wisped, and Flame Body could not activate. It was impossible there. HF. Okay. let's see. This team's pretty rough. I don't like facing it. But let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Misty Terrain is nice for parts of this. It's nice against the toxic spikes. It is just a... I think this Pult has status too. I think we just start by getting our Misty Terrain up is a fine play. Lucha looks really nice here. Okay, there we go. And it's just going to be a Glamora start. Makes sense. I think this is a Meteor Beam one. I don't see a reason to not just go Tusk. Seems totally fine here. Yeah. The haters are silenced really quickly by the stall game going well, huh? You guys like that? Let's see. Let's see what they do here. Okay, just going for rocks. Fine. I'm just going to click headlong. Down it goes. Beautiful. Go. Great to see. Great to see. And if we switch into a Pokemon, will this toxic spike is up? It won't get status, which is awesome too. I feel like I just click headlong rush here. Okay, we get a critical hit. That's pretty lucky. That's pretty lucky. Yeah, that is quite fortunate. Mm-hmm. Now I'm starting to wonder if we should have, you know, a Terra type on Skeleturge that beats Wellspring. Dirge Terra to beat Wellspring. Dragon Grass. Something to think about. Yeah. I really kind of want to keep Tusk around. But it's also, you know, there's not really an easy way to do that. I think it will. I think this thing will just go for the SD here. So I'm tempted. I think I just Rapid Spin into Head Smash is fine. Yeah. Hopefully it probably will be Horn Leech, but I don't think there's really anything we can do about that. Okay, Trailblaze. All right, that's actually better. Because I think I could just go Lucha. Can I not? And then they'll have to Terra if they want to live. But then I have a King Gambit. So that seems fine. Kind of force the Terra, and then I should be able to win with Dirge. Yeah, let's just do that. Actually, I could just Encore here, because that Trailblaze is not doing that much. I think I like that even better, because it punishes them like extra hard if they... Well, no, because then they'll outspeed, won't they? Yeah. I mean, no, it's still... Encore Trailblaze. Yeah, no, it doesn't really get me anything, I don't think. No, it does. It does. I'll Encore. But it doesn't do well for me if they stay in. So I should have thought that through a little bit. Oh no, but I can still Acro and just kill here. So it's fine. It's fine. But they do outspeed me here. Yeah, not my best played scenario. But if they let this Wellspring go down here, I'm happy with how this went. Okay, they're going to let it die unless they've got some crazy defense EVing here. Down it goes. Beautiful. Tusk proving its OU status. Come on, guys. What are we doing? Don't be glazing Tusk. Tusk doesn't need any glaze. How does my team deal with Walking Wake and Sun? Terra Water on this, Sucker Punch, and Hawlucha outspeeding. We can keep Lucha alive and just go Dirge on this. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's slack off here and see if they're wanting to do any Terra type shenanigans. Okay, cool. I wish I'd brought in Weezing there, because then this thing actually would be dead, which would be really hype. But okay. We gotta sack something. How much does Lilligant low kick doing? Oh, it's super going to kill when the reflects. Oh, but then there's also Hustle, so probably what's like the least useful Pokemon here? That's what I'm trying to think. Might be Weezing, honestly. I don't think we really need Weezing anymore. Yeah, I think we just sack Weezing, then I can go Lucha CC. Or is Lilligant low kick better? I think this is better because it kind of pushes the opponent to stay in. If we miss, then we can go Lucha. Okay, good switch. That still did so much. That's wild. Let's go Dirge. Good play. Might be a Facade here coming out to catch the Lucha, honestly. Go into Lucha anyway. I don't think we really need to play in this endgame. Okay, sick. And I think I can just Acro here. If they switch to Moth, cool. If they leave Ursaluna in, also cool. That gives me the chip I need to finish you off with... No, I'll not quite finish it off with Dirge. But it gives me the chip I need to kill it with Dirge next time. So I think Acro is just a generally safe play here. Apparently someone got a membership without even being on the stream. I don't know how it works. Just the magic of something or other. Okay, yeah, there we go. Caught the Iron Moth. We like that. We like that. Do we die to a Gambit Sucker? Probably, right? Surely. Yeah, we do. I think we go into our own Gambit on this. Seems fine. Okay, awesome. We can Iron Head here. That's extra good. I didn't think it would go that well. It just turned into a Fairy type. Bop. Okay, and then it actually outsped us. Yeah, and then this is just a Terra Water Torch Song moment. Okay, based on that, you are dying guaranteed to this next one. Yep. GG, good games. Okay, another solid win. We did get pretty lucky there. The killing the Dragapult, not letting it get up dual screens, it was pretty nice. But it's hard to say if we would have been in an okay spot anyway. HF. Okay, interesting. This is an interesting one. Not really sure what the approach is. We got a few options. I think I like Weezing to start. We can taunt the Ting-Lu. We can overheat a Scizor. We can Strange Steam a Darkrai. Seems generally good. Okay, Cornerstone lead. We don't die to a Cudgel. We don't die to a critical hit Cudgel. So I feel like it's... how much is this thing taking? Kind of a lot. I feel like it's a pretty rational play to just click Strange Steam here. Okay, and in comes the Ceruledge. Welcome, thank you for the membership, dude. Regular dude 47. Yeah, this looks like just a great Tusk moment to me. Yeah, not really any other great option I'm seeing, so let's do that. Okay, Bitter Blade there makes sense, yeah. Yeah, this could get a little hairy with the Focus Sash. Let's check how much damage that did. That bitter blade did kind of a lot. No, that is just what we'd expect. Okay. We could bulk up. We could just click headlong. I think bulking up first. Well, they might they're probably going to SD here is the thing. Probably just hitting the raw headlong rush is their best play. Okay, now here's the gamer move. We're going to switch into Dirge on the bitter blade. We could just Terra Water here and shut this thing down. Shut down the operation. Probably the best play, honestly. I was going to say let's do like some gaming with like switching into King Gambit here, but honestly, Terra Water Dirge looks... But Terra Ghost Lilligant looks pretty good too. But if we go into Gambit on a bitter blade here, it's so bad. So I think we're in a good enough spot this game that we can afford to just Terra Water here and Shadow Ball, and we don't need to mess around with a ton of other nonsense. Yeah, that'll do a chunk, but down you go. Okay, cool. Because, you know, things can go wrong with going King Gambit too. A lot of things can go wrong. Gambit looks good here. I don't really want to throw it away for nothing. Lucha also looks good, but I don't think it's as vital. I know it's important, I guess, defensively. Let's go into this Trailblaze. Interesting. Okay. If you have low kick, you probably click that here. I think this is a good time to go Lucha. Okay, that worked pretty well. Let's SD, because I expect it'll just be Goldango coming in. We can Swords Dance, and depending on the set, Acro will then 2-hit KO. If Darkrai just like stays in here and goes for a Wisp, like baller move, respect, but I think my play is to SD here. The odds that it's Scarf Wisp versus the odds that Goldango just switches in, like the right play is just, it's simply definitely to SD. What if someone stream snipes? I have a delay to make that less likely, but yeah, it's a problem. I've definitely been stream sniped before. Okay, Terra Ghost. They want to burn their Terra to not even kill me. Awesome. Let's Acro here for sure. Oh, beautiful. Ting Lu. I will so take that. I love that. Okay. Let's just low kick. We absolutely can't touch Goldango this game, so Lilligant is not helpful at all. So we do just want to attack outright. And next time Ogerpon comes in, we probably go right into Lilligant, because it's just, as I said, it's just really not helpful this game. But yeah, now that that's Terra Ghost, our King Gambit is looking fire. Beautiful. Lilligant, you've been hitting. That's very good. I'm happy with you. I still think I'll replace you, but I'm proud. Okay. This seems like a pretty clear just wheezing moment. I can pivot Gambit here. I think just fine. Like if they go for an aggressive Focus Blast, obviously that's really bad, but I don't really see that happening here. But is it worth the risk? I think it is. I mean, we can't be living in fear of everything. If they do go for an aggressive Focus Blast, though, do I not just kind of lose? That is something else to consider. Skeleturge, how much are you taking from a Darkrai? It's not Life Orb, but that's still killing. Like, that's not great. And Tusk is dying. Tusk is not taking that. It doesn't hurt to scout with a Strange Steam here. Okay, I see. You're nasty plotting. Yeah, you don't click Focus Blast here. We can go into Gambit here. Ice Beam, 0% freeze chance. We love to see those. Let's Sucker. Ideally, they just attack us and die here. That'd be awesome. If not, it's not the worst situation in the world. We can, make some plays, switch around a little bit. Okay, they just go Scizor. Fair enough. Makes sense. Lilligant Sack makes a ton of sense here. let's just do that. Can we get Bell Awesome gameplay? I don't think you will. I don't think Bell Awesome is what we need here. Yeah, I don't think that's what we need here. Okay, interesting. Fine. I don't think they have Focus Blast, but I'm trying to think if I can afford to constantly just sack Pokemon to get Kingambit in safely, or if I can't. I think we just go Gambit. I don't think they have Focus Blast, and I don't think they're going to click it. Yeah. I'll click Sucker again. Okay, at this point, I don't think they have it. This might have it. Let's go Hawlucha to Scout. And then we can Acrobatics and threaten something and or hopefully break the helmet. I believe Hawlucha will live a Focus Blast here. It will, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm just going... I think for damage, we just CC here is fine. And if they Bullet Punch, that allows us to heal up our Dirge, which is pretty nice. Okay, and they go for it. That's fine. Now we are able to heal up Dirge. We'd love to see that. How much are we taking from Cornerstone? Trailblaze is doing a good chunk. Power Whip's destroying us. Yeah, I think we take a little too much. We might want to change this to a more defensive Dirge. I feel like the defense or Spidef, but I feel like just the speed hasn't been that helpful, and the lack of bulk is not really doing what we want. Okay, that's totally fine. After a Flame Charge, I believe we outspeed this, or do we just miss that? We do not outspeed this. That's so sad. Probably we do it anyway. We go for the Flame Charge anyway. Okay, unfortunately we immediately get flinched. That is sucks. Let's go Wheezing here, and then go back into Gambit. I'm gonna say that this thing is not packing Focus Blast. This thing seems like it is packing Focus Blast. Wish we still had Lucha. Oh well. Wish our Dirge didn't get flinched. That'd be also pretty sick. Sucker Punch, like, let's just do it. Sucker Punch likely to kill. Okay, unfortunately, it looks like we get a low roll, and we're probably about to... Yeah. All right. That's not good. Let's go Dirge here and slack off. Okay, dude, come on, man. Come on. Why is this happening? Okay, let's go Tusk, I suppose, and we can headlong here. That's really irritating, though. Yeah, that just sucks. Nothing else to say about it. That just sucks. Yeah, looks like... I mean, maybe we didn't get a low roll. Maybe that was just kind of how it went, but... It'll just be a Dark Pulse here. Skeleturge doesn't get two-shot by Dark Pulse. Oh, never mind, it does. It totally does. All right. What's the sack here? Probably just Tusk. Okay, here's what we have to do. We have to slack off here for health. Then we Flame Charge twice. Then we should be kind of in the clear for a win. Or at least looking decent for a win. If we get flinched again... Okay. Dirge, buddy, you cannot get flinched here. That's one. You cannot get flinched again. Dirge, come on. Good, 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 good. Okay, now we're going to slack off, all right? Now we're going to slack off. We're going to slack off again. Okay, now we're going to Torch Song. And on this, I think we... Oh, we don't do nearly enough to you. But we have Victory Dance, Lilligant in the back, which is our hope and savior at this point. I'm shocked that this Torch Song does so little. All right, I think we just got to click that. It should just Trailblaze twice and shut us down is the problem. Yeah. Actually, maybe we should have sacked Wheezing there and then kept Dirt. We probably just kind of threw there, but we'll see what happens here. Victory Dance is definitely our play. If this thing should Swords Dance here, well, it might Swords Dance. It might overpredict as well. We'll see what happens. I think I kind of misplayed this. Okay, let's Synthesis here. This thing's got to have SD. And I'm just wondering if it'll click it here. I think I'm going to Synthesis one more time, then attack it. I think. But if they click SD here, then the right play is to low kick here. Less Synthesis. Okay, no, it did go for SD. All right, we're cooked. How much is Ivy Cudgel doing to us? Yeah, too much. If we get to +2, too much. All right, we'll low kick. And then it'll just Bullet Punch twice for the win. All right, so yeah, I think there were some misplays there. Low kick will kill here, but yeah, it's just going to kill us with Bullet Punch. Unless it's not banded. I think it is. I think it is, but maybe not. Let's see. If it's not banded, if it's boots, it has, oh, it still has an 87% chance to kill. So we're cooked. Yeah. I guess I'll Synthesis. I think that's, well, it might like go for dual wing beat or something dumb. It might throw. So we'll low kick. But yeah, the Lilligant was just, the Lilligant is not really that good. I think it's just, it's not good. We could try a different set. Maybe you go for something dumb here. No. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm just not that impressed with the Lilligant. I feel like we can just do better. It's frail. It hasn't really been that good or that threatening. It's too vulnerable to priority. It's hard to set up. Let's try Iron Hands with Misty Seed. And we can go with SD, Drain Punch, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, the classic. I feel like Terra Bug seems kind of fire on this. It's for keeping the status immunity, but also resisting ground. And we can go with this kind of set, this specially defensive one. You know what else could be interesting is Misty Seed Defensive Dirge. Like, I think it's worth trying. Let's try it. And then I think I kind of still wanted to outspeed like King Gambit. But we can go bold and then just enough speed for Gambit. I think it's 219. We'll do that and then that. This seems like it could be interesting. And then we'll go with a more neutral. Let's go like Terra Dark. I feel like that's kind of good. Helps us out with some ghost types. Would have helped us with that Darkrai. Generally. Oh, but then, well, no. Let's go back to water, because I don't think Wellspring's that big of an issue. I guess we'll see. Wellspring does kind of seem like that big of an issue. It seems like kind of a nightmare. Maybe we can go Dragon. I feel like Dragon is kind of makes some sense. Let's give it a try. Fighting flying coverage smokes this team BTW. So like what's the scenario you're worried about? Is it like Hawlucha? Because like Skeletor stops that and Weezing can stop it. It's like what exactly are you worried? Like 2 coverage moves that are strong smoke basically any team. Like no. Anyway though, HF. This is interesting. I feel like Dirge could go crazy here. There's a very, very real possibility of that. Let's get this timer going. I like Tusk. I think Weezing is a fine lead to start with. And we could honestly just go right into Iron Hands from there, depending on what leads. Okay, it's going to be Ogre Pond right off the bat. Probably, I'm thinking like Gambit or Lucha. I'm trying to think which one looks like less important. I think Gambit is less defensively important here. Okay, awesome. Happy with that. Kind of want to just click Kowtow right off the bat because they don't really have a good switch in. Yeah, 2 wins, 1 loss is where we're at. I'm going to click Sucker Punch here. You can't Wisp me. Bulk up. Okay. Let's go Dirge. Let's get the Dirge in the house. Let's Flame Charge. Should we go for it? Let's go for it. You only live once. Okay, that's honestly not really an issue. We're fast. We got attack. Are we going to kill? We do kill. Beautiful. That actually was looking a little dicey there. Let's Shadow Ball because I think this will poison us. Paralyze. Yeah, that's the other irritating one. We can just Shadow Ball here again. Dirge still did a good chunk of damage. If they let us kill this, that'd be awesome. Yes, beautiful. Yeah, we are not letting you get this kill. Let's go into Wheezing. Dark Pulse, beautiful. It's not really an issue. We can Strange Steam here. Okay, you're going to stay in and surf. How much do we do? Oh, a ton. Awesome. And let's go Iron Hands. This thing will absolutely tank this with no problem. Let's Thunder Punch here, just to cover the Glow King coming in. Awesome. Iron Hands does not care. He will take this all day. Sure, Drain Punch looks good. Oh, they tear it. I guess I should have Thunder Punched. That's fine. Okay, I think we should be good by just going Gambit, and then Kowtow Cleave, and then into Hawlucha. Okay, we get max roll crit by an Adamant one. That was a high roll Adamant crit onto King Gambit. That was the only way we died there. Was a high roll Adamant critical hit. And now we lose because of that. I hate this Pokemon so much. Yeah, because like this dies. Oh my god, I hate that so much. That's horrible. Wow. Okay, we have a higher chance. I know, we have like 0 chance to live with Lucha. I guess we should have like suckered with Gambit, but then there's also like Substitute you got to worry about. So that wasn't even a mistake. We literally died to a high. It had to be Adamant to kill, and it had to get not just a critical hit, but a high roll critical hit. That is so absolutely nonsense. I guess we have to go Hawlucha and hope we get a critical hit with close combat is our only chance. So, cool. And we don't. Absolute BS. Wait, we are faster. Oh my god, and I just threw... Okay, I was assuming maybe they click Horn Leech getting greedy and we can... But yeah. Oh no, maybe I should have known by the CC roll that it was like super slow. But like, I've never seen an Ogre Pond that slow. I don't even know what to make of that. That was so stupid. That was so stupid. Like the thought process behind clicking Rapid Spin was maybe they get greedy and Horn Leech. And then if, you know, they Horn Leech the outspeed, we Rapid Spin into Headlong, could maybe do it. I don't know if... I guess I should have calculated and maybe counted on the no speed, but, like, I wouldn't necessarily call that a throw, because that was... How was I actually supposed to know it was that set? Anyway, though. Super irritating RNG aside, we had, like, a almost 0% chance to lose that game. Let's just do Wheezing here. Let's start with that. Heatran lead makes sense. I'm tempted to just go right into Iron Hands, because that looks good here, but I don't want to do that because it looks so good. So I sort of want to save that for later. We could just go Tusk here, but honestly, Tusk looks pretty good as well. So probably let's just go into Iron Hands. That Earth Power did so much damage. You are choice specs. Why are you a choice specs Heatran? I don't know. Are you modest? How much did you do with that Earth Power? You did 51. I'm going to Drain Punch and hope I live. We do not. Okay, either that's modest or we just got bad RNG. I'm going to go Lucha and SD here because it looks really good. I think we just Acro is the best. Okay, it's Helmet. That's unfortunate. And it's going to Scald Burn us. No, it doesn't. Okay, awesome. We CC, we kill the Mola. Good. Rillaboom will be able to kill us here, but we can just go Wheezing on that. Okay. I'm still in just an absolute awe that we just lost Iron Hands to a Specs Heat. Like, that's not a set. Okay, let's go Tusk here. Looks good. Yep, okay, we caught the Heatran coming in. I like to see that. I'm going to bulk up. Okay, their Tusk comes in. Let's set up more. Seems fine. It's Rapid Spin. Let's see. It's... Okay. I'm so down to do this. When do we kill them with Headlong? We already do kill them, apparently. I'd like to be able to kill Rillaboom with Headlong as well. I think we do one more bulk. There's obviously risk in critical hits, but I think we do one more bulk up. Actually, I'm gonna spin one more time too, and we get critical hit. There we go. I was thinking, well, let's see. Can we still live a Rillaboom Glide with Terra? No, we can't. Dude, come on. Because, like, I was thinking with them running a Specs Kyurem and not having any speed control, there's a good shot this Kyurem is Scarf. So I don't regret my play. I just regret that we got unlucky again. Yeah, and there's Rillaboom. Who would have seen that one coming? At least we're looking good with Gambit. So I'm going to go Gambit here on the Glide. Hopefully they glide. Yep. Okay, that's good. And now we can go for a Kowtow Cleave. Okay. I'm going to Iron Head this. Rillaboom, very interesting Rillaboom switch there. They might have superpower. I'm going to go into Wheezing. Hopefully it's not a high horsepower. Bandit high horsepower would be rough. Okay, just Drain Punch. Cool, we can take that. Going into Lucha here looks just fine. We got Heatran. Awesome. Nice opportunity to CC. Clodsire not going to be really able to do anything about that. So we can just CC here and then Acro if the Claw does come in. We're in a pretty good spot here. Okay, Acro. No, I don't think me boosting up was greed earlier. I really don't. I think that was optimal. Okay, we're going to Acro. Your Protect. Okay, that's annoying and weird, but fine. Acro, Heatran comes in. Okay, I'll CC here. Fine. I'm okay with that. As I said, I think we're in a spot where we don't really need to be taking any big swings, making any big plays. Okay, Claude goes down. Good to see. This thing. Probably Wheezing Sack into Dirge. Sounds good. Let's do that. EP, okay. Yeah, I think we Terra Dragon Shadow Ball, then we Flame Charge. At +1, do we outspeed a Kyurem? I think we do. My head calcs are off. Yeah, we do. Okay, so now we'll Flame Charge. Awesome, we catch the Rillaboom. Love to see that. And I'll Torch Song here. And if Heatran comes in, we can just Shadow Ball it. Like, its fire moves won't be doing anything to us, even with Specs. Beautiful. This should die. Never mind. It should not die, but it'll still get really low. Icicle Spear. Okay, but you don't kill anyway. And we Shadow Ball here, because obviously that covers all possible switches. And down you go. Skeleturge, good job, buddy. Okay. Solid win. We're 3-2. Although we really should be 4-1. That game is still absolutely ridiculous. The Misty Seed Dirge has been pretty good. I think that's an innovation that's I'm happy with. Okay. Glamora kind of is just rough for this team, even with Misty Terrain. I like the look of Wheezing. Partly I want to lead with Wheezing, but on the other hand, I want to lead with Tusk. I think Glamora lead is pretty likely, so let's just start with Tusk. Okay, Hatterene lead. That was not something I thought likely, but okay. Let's go Wheezing, so first. Okay, awesome. Happy to see that. And then we can go Gambit here. And then just click Ironhead. Looks really good. See, this is the great thing. Like, Gambit here can't get wisped by anything, can't get nuzzled. A lot of BS that can't happen to us. I'm happy to click Ironhead and just eat the Earth Power. Awesome. Glamora goes down. Kingambit does look really good here, so I think that was maybe an okay trade for my opponent, but I think it was fine for us too. Can we go like Lucha and just Encore? But then at the same time, that kind of seems like a bit of a bad play. Oh, we can go Tusk looks pretty good here. Start bulking up. Might be Encore. Okay, it's going to be one of these. Yeah, so these things often carry Encore. I'm going to wrap. Okay, yeah, there we go. So irritating. I hate these things. But there is good news, which is that it is this set. So I'm actually going to bulk up again. You'll watch. I'm gaming here. Because this is probably going to be Fire Punch last, is normally what these guys run. So I'm going to go Wheezing on the Encore. Then I'm going to go into Dirge on the Fire Punch. And now we kind of wall whatever this thing has. Yep. Cool. Because Scale Shot will do nothing. And nothing will really do anything. Cool. And then we probably just want to Shadow Ball twice. Because this Scale Shot, I said nothing, but it'll do just not much. It'll do something, unfortunately. That's still doing... That was 5 hits and a critical hit, though. So that shouldn't do it KO. Yeah, especially if they keep missing. Okay, that worked well. Misty Terrain coming in clutch there with reducing the power of dragon moves. So probably we just Terra Dragon and slack off, right? We probably do. Let's do that. Let's slack off again to see if it has a play rough. Okay. Yeah, we probably throw off a Torch Song anyway. Okay, cool. We're not going to die. That's awesome. Are we okay letting this go down? I think yes. Awesome. Good job, Dirge. Good job, Dirge. And this is probably where it ends, but we can go into Wheezing here. Shadow Ball. Good Shadow Ball. But that didn't do a lot. I don't think you have anything to touch a Kingambit, because that's not Specs damage. Like, there's no way you're Flamethrower. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, there's absolutely no world where you have Flamethrower. I'm clicking Kowtow Cleave every time here. I'm never letting you SD. Dude, deal. I'm so happy. I will take that deal any day of the week. You want to give me your last threatening sweeper in exchange for killing my chipped Kingambit? I am so down. Dragon Darts doing 0. Draco Meteor doing 0. Love to see it. That was a good one. 4-2 now. Yeah, Misty Terrain came in super clutch this game. We did get pretty darn lucky against the Dragonite, but we ended up Like, I think we would have been fine either way. We won that game by a very significant margin. But we did get lucky with the play rough miss and the D Knight for sure. The game would have and should have been closer than it ended up being. Also, I'm thinking we go Dragon on Tusk as well, because Wellspring is kind of a nightmare. But I guess we can decide that later. Okay, this is an interesting one. I see a lot of potential routes here. I could see Halucha being very good. Tusk honestly looks pretty good. Let's just start with Misty Terrain. I feel like that makes sense in a lot of scenarios, and this is definitely one of them where it continues to make sense. I'm going to go Gambit. We'll see what they click here, but yeah, okay, that looks Specs. Is that Specs, or am I making that up? That is Specs. Okay, good to know. I kind of want a Swords Dance here, because I feel like you go Ting Lu, and then I can SD and then just chip the Ting Lu a lot. So I'm going to do that. Like, I don't think you go right into, and like Gliscor, that would also kind of work. Ting Lu, yep, this is good. Because see, Skeleturge looks amazing if this thing gets chipped, and 2 Iron Heads is not going to be fun for this Ting Lu to take. And we have an over 50% chance of getting a flinch on one of them. Okay, good. Immediate Whirlwind makes sense there. I'm going to Taunt to block hazards. And then I kind of want to just go right into Lucha here, because I feel like that looks pretty strong. So let's do that. They missed the Ruination. That's good for us. That's pretty fortunate RNG. And if Petrant comes in, we can Terra Ground and SD. Okay. Yeah, I'll CC. Good Petrant. Good Petrant. Okay, I think I want to just Terra Ground Acro. With Terrain running out, it's kind of awkward. I think I just regular Acro and hope I don't get Malignant Chain, but we'll see. What's it going to be? We do get Malignant Chained, unfortunate. Let's Acro here. Maybe not the best usage of Halucha. I could have been more patient with it, but as long as we don't get confused here, we'll still be in a good position. Like one more Acro on something and then Gliscor would be amazing. Let's just not get that 1/4 confusion here, please. Awesome. Petrant down. Good deal. Good deal. I'm happy with that. And we can keep Halucha around as a sack too, because they're absolutely clicking Protect here. Like, for sure. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And I like Tusk here. I think Tusk looks good. Kind of just want a Headlong immediately. Catch like an Ival coming in or something. I don't think you leave this in to get like Ice Spinnered or Bulked Up on or Rapid Spun on or whatever else. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I feel like you don't. I feel like you hard switch into like a Pult or something here. Yep, I figured the immediate switch would come out. And there we go. Hit a nice big Headlong Rush. Feels like we could just go Dirge on this. Seems fine. Yeah, that's fine. And you've got to be going into Ting Lu here is the thing. Let's go Tusk. Yeah. Lu comes in, makes sense. Let's just Headlong this a couple times. Hopefully they exchange it for damage, because we really need chip on this guy. Beautiful. There's one. Let's go for it again. Why Malignant Chain can poison? It's because Halucha isn't grounded. Yeah, exactly right. Okay, we die to the EQ. Fair enough. And then, can Iron Hands kill here with a... We don't really want to go into it with 1 turn left, though, because then Pult could just come in and smoke us. So, I don't really want to risk Gambit either. There's really no great Pokemon for this exact scenario. Probably Gambit Ironhead is our best, because it at least kind of forces the Ting Lu to stay in. And we have a chance, we have another flinch chance here as well. Let's see, do we get it? We do. Beautiful. Good stuff, King Gambit. That's really nice. And I'd say between the not getting the first flinch and the poison, that's pretty valid for us to get the flinch here. Okay, have I faced Rillaboom? Yeah. I mean, Rillaboom's not really that big of an issue for this team because kind of everything beats Rillaboom, you know? So we'll probably have to Terra something to get around these Earthquakes destroying our soul. Probably Terra Bug hands can just take the game here, though. We can sack Lucha here pretty easily. And like we could go Terra Ghost, but then this thing has Knock too, so it's like, let's Terra Bug SD. I feel like this should go pretty well for us. Even like a CB Pult couldn't do anything unless it Terra Ghost. There is that. Remember to like the stream if you're enjoying, by the way. Okay, cool. I am worried that this thing is going to Psychic Noise me is the thing. I'll Drain Punch because Psychic Noise won't do that much compared to Tachyon Cutter, but if it does end up Psychic Noising that'd be rough. Okay, cool. They do Tachyon. If we kill, that'd be awesome. Okay, we don't. That's fine. Can't really expect to get the the perfect roll every time, and it's going to be so negligible. I'm wondering if I should. No, okay, we Drain Punch, turned out well, and now we should just click Ice Punch 3 times is the plan. I wonder if we've maybe overextended against Gliscor. We might lose to Gliscor. That's a possibility here for sure. Let's Drain. We kill here with Drain. Okay, CC comes out. Does pretty much 0. That's good to see. Because now we were going to heal not that much back, but okay, actually that healed 0 back. Whoops. I think we do still stay in and click Ice Punch. We'll see how much this thing can do to us. Or am I throwing? Is the right play to switch out here? And save the Iron Hand so we can Ice Punch Gliscor. But they also haven't used Terra, have they? That makes things tricky. So I think I do stay in. Okay, Terra Blast goes. That's not too bad, because now I can go... That's definitely banded now. And I can go King Gambit SD here. And we should be fine. Yeah, so most Gliscor are just going to die here. But we have Sucker Punch mix-ups as well. Okay, yeah, we're fine. We're fine. GG. Okay, we're 5-2. One of our losses has been to horrific RNG. So honestly, we're doing pretty well. Why are we Terra Bug? Good question. So Iron Hands does not like... It deals with all the Pokemon Iron Hands is weak to, most notably ground. That's the big one that Iron Hands hates dealing with is ground. And if we turn into a bug type, we can resist ground and still be grounded. So flying is a typical Terra type on Iron Hands to be immune to ground, but we don't want to be flying because then we can be statused, we can be Will-O-Wisped. So that's why we use... oh, and fighting resistance is nice too, but mostly ground resistance. All right, HF. Let us see here. Lucha looks nice. Skeledirge could go crazy. I could definitely see it going crazy. Most Molt are Terra Blast Fairy, though, which is difficult. So that's something we'll have to kind of be aware of. Misty Terrain, as always, looks good here. Iron Hands could go crazy. We kind of need to keep Skeledirge and Lucha around for Zama. Well, we have Weezing as well. I think it's going to just be a Glamora lead, so I want to start with... Okay, that's interesting. I'm happy to bulk up here, honestly. This Tusk looks really solid here offensively, so I'm okay. I'm okay to do this. No, stream didn't start at 1400. Stream started like mid 1600s. Okay, Zama comes in immediately. All right, let's go Wheezing. Or actually, let's bulk up again just to kind of see. Or we can... Oh, it's this. It's one of these guys. Okay, interesting. Let me head smash on the... Okay, I was thinking Kiran would come in, and we miss immediately. Unfortunate. It happens, though. I still think we do it again. We actually kill here if they don't Terra. Unless they have a ton of HP investment, which they might. But I definitely click it again. That is a shame we missed, but we're still in a pretty good spot here. If they Terra Blast Fairy and kill us, honestly not that bad. Because I think from there we can go Dirge and actually just like sweep the game. Okay, it's electric. That's... Oh, we critical hit and kill. Okay, so that's unfortunate for our opponent. That is bad. You might say, oh, well, you missed last time, which would have killed. Yeah, but then if I just hit and killed right off the bat, our opponent would not have burned their Terra. So that was actually really genuinely bad luck for our opponent there. Kuram comes in. I think you're Dragon Dance. I don't think you're a plus speed nature. I'm staying in. Okay, huge damage. Obviously, we don't directly kill, and they... Oh, but they DD. Ooh, interesting. So we actually have the option to preserve our Tusk, which I think I'll take. I'll take and go into Gambit here. Because I don't think you... Yeah, actually, you can't Terra even. Dang. Unfort. The most they could do to us here is Earth Power. The fact that they have Freeze Dry indicates they probably do have Earth Power. That being said, I'm still going to click Iron Head. Okay, I figured Glamora might come in there. I thought my opponent would want to preserve their pieces a little more at this point in the game, but looks like nah. Looks like they did not. Let's get the timer going, kick them while they're down. Like the stream, by the way, if you're enjoying. Gliscor comes in. You have to be SDing here, so I can just go into... Oh, but you're probably speedy is the thing, too. Yeah, you're probably really speedy. Maybe, though. Maybe. It's tricky. This is tricky. Gliscor is a little rough. I think Dirge can wall it, I believe. Let me check. Oh, it can't Terra, so Dirge can definitely wall it, so I'm kind of worried about nothing. Yeah. I'm trying to think what the best sequence here. We could, like, there's Iron Hands, Terra Bug, SD into Ice Punch. Just trying to, like, make sure I absolutely don't throw this game. I think we go Wheezing, Sack Tusk into Dirge. Yeah, okay, Agility makes sense. In that case, I'm just going to go directly into Dirge here. I think it's fine. Let me before I do this with Dirge, let me not be stupid. How much is Facade doing? Okay, yeah, it's doing 0, so we're fine with Dirge. Yeah, cool. And then I'm just going to... We'll Flame Charge... Yeah, we'll start off with a Flame Charge. It's fine. Oh, it's Knock? That's even worse for this poor thing. Torch Song here. That Torch Song at no attack, special attack, just did Why is it not letting me change it? This is so dumb. Okay, well, I can head calc and say it would do about 20. That is about how much it did, so this is probably an accurate calc, meaning we can then Torch Song into Shadow Ball. There's the EP doing 0. Yep, we'll just Shadow Ball here. We also can't get Poltergeisted because we lose our Misty Seed. That's so cool. I didn't even think about that. Let's Shadow Ball this. Oh, it's just going to die. Cool. Yeesh. This was a rough one for our friend here. We'll Torch Flame Charge again so we can hit the Zama hard. Torch Song here. Rip. Yeah, this is over. I'm not going to say GG till the game's ended, just in case some absolute nonsense happens. Okay, GG. 6-2, not bad at all. Not bad at all. We got some pretty threatening Pokemon here. We could consider EP on Dirge. That's one thing. EP on Dirge over Shadow Ball. Could have been good in a few scenarios. Okay. I like the look of hands here. I feel like Wheezing into hands and just start SDing looks pretty good. I guess the Zama limits that a little bit. Dirge is limited by the Tinglu. But if Tinglu gets chipped, Dirge looks great. Tusk, if it can get a rapid spin off, actually looks pretty fire. But Goldengo's probably Balloon, so we'd have to pop that. Lucha not looking bad, especially... We could Terra Ground to not be able to get confused on the Wheezing, which could be good. A lot of threatening Pokemon here, honestly. I think we just kind of start with hands to soften up the team, and then we go from there and just see what happens. Yeah, probably going to be a knockoff here. Bleak Wind, that's fine. That does, like... Well, you can see how much that does. Absolutely 0. Zama coming in here banded could be rough. And obviously we can't really touch. Yeah. This was kind of what I figured would come in here. I'm going to Drain Punch in case... Okay, it is just going to be an ID set, which is, obviously not ideal. We do want to get out of here. We don't want to take that. I don't really want to burn Dirge's Seed. We also see that... Oh, it is leftovers now. But I almost said something dumb, but... Don't really want to burn Dirge's Seed, but I'm not sure there's another option. We can get Wheezing to force this out too. That works fine. We can Strange... Actually, I think I'll Overheat here in case we get in the gold, because, like... There's... Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Come on. Hit. Yes. Wheezing. Good stuff. That's not like... I know that's not like a crazy amount of damage, but it was pretty cool. So that to a 0 defense gold would have done 56 to 66. So it looks like this is a tiny little bit on the defensive side for Goldengo. A little bit of HP going there. I think they'll want to heal up, honestly. I don't think this doesn't give me the vibe that it's a Focus Blast Goldengo either. I'm inclined to SD here. So we can chip the Tinglu. Same thing we did last... Okay, very interesting. Mola coming in. That's kind of a surprise. But I guess that makes sense. You can just safely flip turn into like a Zama or something like that. Let's just Kowtow and see if we can get a read on what item it is. It is Helmet. That's kind of annoying that we keep seeing all these Helmet Molas on teams. I guess they do have decent removal. But we can just go Wheezing here, of course. And I think I want to bring in... Ooh, do we go hands? I think we go hands here. Tinglu comes in. Interesting. Okay. Let's SD. Okay, fine. Let's Drain Punch. Well, no, they sure... You don't leave this in here, ever. Surely it's Wheezing coming in. Actually, this was maybe ill-advised to begin with, because Wheezing is so good at just shutting this kind of thing down. We could, like, SD again. if we really wanted to take out the Wheezing. But I don't think that's necessarily like a huge priority. Let's do it, I guess. Well, do we want to maybe Ice Punch to kind of cover... I think I should have just Drain Punched this Tinglu and not done these shenanigans that I'm currently engaging in. There is also the Terra Bug option, but then there's the Pain Split is just what gets us. Let's SD again. Okay, Zama comes in. That's interesting. We can start with a Thunder Punch. I'm surprised they're willing to let Zama get so chipped. And then we can Drain. And then we can Drain. I'm down for that. I'm so down for that. Okay, works for me. That works for me. Yeah, we probably do want to let... But we could. It would be a very easy King Gambit switch. I'm still not sure what this Goldengo set is, which is troublesome. We probably do just let this go. Oh my gosh, that's excellent. I'm so happy with that. I'm so surprised that they tricked there. That's really bizarre to me, but I'm really happy. Okay, now what do we do here? This is kind of a threat. We have Terra Steel on Tusk, we have Head Smash. I think Tusk is looking incredible in this endgame. If we can, all we need is one speed boost, and then we kind of threaten and kill everything. But in the meantime, in the short term, we've got to have something to deal with this Tornadus, which is a bit of a menace. I'm thinking we could go Wheezing on the Bleak Wind, then sack hands, then into Dirge, and then start clicking Torch Song, come in on the Loo with Tusk and Rapid Spin. How much is Wheezing taking from Bleak Wind, though? Because we do want multiple entrances. 55. Okay, so that's going to be 55 plus 2 entrances on Rocks. That is taking a little bit more than I'd like. A little bit more than I'd like. So let's sack this, and we get super lucky and they just miss the Bleak Wind. We take those too. That's game. I don't think there's any coming back from that. Obviously, fortunate RNG. I think we were in a very, very, very much winning position here. Like, I don't see a world in which we lost this anyway, but that makes it basically unwinnable for our opponent. So we are now 7-2. Could Terra Grass be interesting on hands to keep the ground resist but help you against Wogrepon? Yes, but Terra Grass has other issues. Grass is just kind of weak to more common stuff. Like, Fire is a problem for both Bug and Grass, but if we go Grass, then we're also dealing with, like, Ice types. It's like Curem and Weavile are really tough. And I think we have a good Webs matchup, but I guess we'll see. So yeah, Curem becomes tough. What else is Bug weak? I mean, excuse me, what else is Grass weak to? U-turn, being weak to U-turn really sucks. Anyone who's got like a Scizor or like a Landorus can kind of just come and U-turn on us and pivot around, and that really blows. So I think Terra Bug is generally better defensively than Terra Grass. And we haven't been really having Wellspring issues. The only time we really had Wellspring issues was earlier on when we had a Lilligant and we switched to Dirge. And, sorry, we had Dirge. Terra Dragon Dirge has been helpful, and the only other time we had Wellspring issues is when we got an Adamant max, like an Adamant Hyrule crit on our King Gambit to lose the game, which just like, there's nothing you can do. Also this Cowboy P, you're kind of making chat toxic. I haven't really been paying close attention. I don't know if you're the villain, but you probably are, but can you just chill out? Or to make the chat healthy, I'll probably, mute you. So just like, everyone chill, stop antagonizing Cowboy, you stop antagonizing people, and let's try to have a nice chat. All right, anyway, let's look at this. So, looks like Dirge could be pretty good here. How much can I just lead Tusk and smoke an Arachnid with a Head Smash? That could be kind of fun. Looks like I can. I'm really tempted to just do that. I feel like that's the play. So I'm just going to do that. Okay, it's Ninetales lead. Fair enough, I guess. That makes sense. Let's go Wheezing. We can taunt an Arachnid, which is sort of cool. Yeah, let's just taunt something that comes in. See what that is. Probably Arachnid. Veil plus webs is a bit rough. I think we're good against webs. I don't know if we're good against Veil plus webs. I feel like Dirge should just be able to solo this team though. Like Terra Dragon, start flame charging, Torch Song. Like it looks like Dirge just wins on preview. Okay, that's kind of annoying. Fine though. I guess Gambit is fine. Okay. It's not great. Let's Kowtow. Let's see what this thing wants to do. Make it rain. Just make it rain. Okay. Defensive, but your next Make It Rain probably won't kill based on the damage of that first one. Probably won't kill, so let's Kowtow again. Okay, Arachnid comes in. Fine. I think we go Lucha and Encore this. Because it times well with the Veil running out. Actually, I'm just going to SD here. I think Encore is a little unnecessarily risky. I think SD covers more here. Because they might just switch tails here. They might go Bolt here. There are so many plays they can make. I think SD covers the most. Okay, so, they turned out to be physical. So I did not see that coming. But we're still in a pretty good spot with Acro here. Nothing really loves switching in on this. So this is still fine. Okay, Arachnid dead. Good. So if we Rapid Spin, then that's gone. That's cool. And their leftovers gold, so they might not have a way to stop the Rapid Spin. So that's honestly pretty good. Yeah, I'm just going to CC off rip. Yeah. Okay, they did just Thunderclap. That's kind of unfortunate. They actually usually don't just Thunderclap. I'm going to go Wheezing and then double into Tusk, which is the fire thing that, they're probably not going to click a Dragon move here, and then the Dragon move will be super weakened to the point where it doesn't even have a likely chance to 2-hit KO Tusk. Let's see here. Let's see what they do. Yeah, I'm going to Rapid Spin here. I think they're going to think this will kill. Most people don't actually, remember that Misty Terrain is a thing, but we'll see. Yep, they forgot that Misty Terrain was a thing. Cool. Love to see that, and then we just headlong here. This Misty Terrain blocking dragon moves, weakening dragon moves has been way more helpful than I expected. I don't know if anyone else is with me on that. They're like, wow, yeah, this is doing a lot better than I thought it would. But, geez, it's been actually really good. Okay, probably it's Dirge's time to shine here. Yeah, we can go in Flame Charge, but we need 2 Flame Charges for the Ninetales, don't we? Yeah. And Torch Song not killing either. I think that's fine still. So how much do we do our bolt with Flame Charge? Okay, let's do this. Let's go in, we can Terra Dragon, we can Flame Charge, then we can Torch Song. That seems good to me. Because they're definitely clicking an electric move here. There's no world where you click a dragon move here. That would be insane. Yeah. And then we Torch Song. Beautiful. There we go. There we go. Yeah, the constant, the dragon move reduction has been just so surprisingly clutch. I've been loving it. We probably Flame Charge here. If they Encore us, they Encore, and it's like, okay, cool. And if they don't Encore, then we outspeed them next turn, and we can Torch Song. And we can't even get frozen. We can't even get BS'd by freeze. They're at 1707, our opponent right here. Let's Torch Song here. Okay, they Encore us into Torch Song. That is totally fine. That is a scenario I anticipated. And I do not really mind. I think that's fine. I think everything is getting kind of destroyed by Torch Song. There's a world where we lose to Tusk here, so I've got to be careful about that possibility, is the main thing. But that's turn 1, so we click it once more here, and then we click it twice to 2-8 KO something. Yeah. And then we just heal on something, so I think we're fine. I don't think there's any world where this goes like badly for us. Like a booster attack Tusk? How much would a booster attack Tusk do to us here? No, it's even that's not killing. Yeah, booster attack Tusk is not doing it. And it's not even booster. Yeah, Ice Spinner not going to be doing it. Not nearly enough. I think that's AV, but we still, based on that roll, we should kill here. And also, it can't... What am I trying to say? It can't Terra, because they already used Terra on Bolt. I mean, unless it was a crazy roll. I'm just trying to think here. Is there any world Tusk lives this attack? I think it's Assault Vest. I guess I can just... That was 5 for 5. Dude, bro does not realize that Torch Song always raises special attack. Torch Song always raises... You're thinking of Fiery Dance. They left. They raged. Okay. Yeah, I guess there's nothing Tusk has that could potentially, like, kill me, so I'm just going to slack off until we're confident that Aurora Veil is gone. But yeah, dude is thinking of Fiery Dance. He thinks, or they, I guess I don't know their gender, they think that I got lucky by getting all the Torch Song raises. And now we can just Torch Song here. Yeah. There you go. That's game. GG. Skeleturge is... Remember, you guys were hating... all the people that said I was joking around with Misty Terrain... This Skeleturge, I told you guys, I've used this Dirge before in Misty Terrain. I thought I did leftovers. But I've used this Dirge before in Misty Terrain, and it is not a joke. We are now 8-2 with this team. 8-2, and one of our losses was due to horrific RNG. Now, we've been pretty lucky in other games, though, so that's probably saved us one. Because, you know, things can go awry. So, somebody asking, Beanie low-key washed in Natdex, but I wonder if it would function in a well-dedicated Misty Terrain build. So, the problem is, in the reason Misty Terrain can work, and I say work loosely because I still, even though it's doing well, I still don't know if this is a top-level viable archetype. I low-key think it might be. This is a pretty good performance, honestly, a really strong showing. So it honestly might be top-level viable. But the reason it's better in OU than in Natdex is because there aren't a bunch of Tapus everywhere. Like, other terrains are pretty rare. The only other common terrain is Rillaboom, and you see Misty Terrain abusers, if you look at this team, just happen to match up really well into Rillaboom. Like, almost everything we have here is good against Rillaboom. So that's not a huge issue. And then Psychic Terrain is super rare, right? So it's not that big of a threat. And then Misty Terrain is what we are, so that's not an issue, obviously. And then Electric Terrain is, like, non-existent. Usage is so low. In Natdex, if you try to run a dedicated Misty Terrain team, you'll be having, like, Coco everywhere, Lele everywhere, and they just kind of get all up in your business, and it's pretty bad. So that's why Misty Terrain's a lot better in OU. This looks like a bit of a tricky one. I don't love dealing with hazards like this, and it looks like they kind of have a lot of answers for our big threats. I think probably Dirge is our best way to win this, but we kind of have to maybe force out the Iron Valiant earlier. That's sort of what I'm thinking. Yeah, it's this is a little bit of a tricky one. It seems to me at least. Hands looks okay here. Hands looks really good here, but the Landorus, they can come in on a Thunder Punch or a Drain Punch and they U-turn out and you're taking Chip and you're taking Helmet. So if we can kill that Landorus, that'd be great. This is not a great matchup though. We've got to play this one carefully. And okay, 1630 though, so actually pretty low elo player, so they might be making some mistakes. So we can consider that too. I think I kind of like just starting with Misty Terrain. Lucha looks pretty good here. Maybe this might be the kind of game where we use Lucha early on to kind of just get chip on Lando gold, like make something happen. I feel like that makes sense here. I think Wheezing is a good lead, and then if it's H-Rot, I think we Strange Steam, and if Lando's the lead, I'm honestly thinking we go like right into Lucha. Seems pretty good. Gold. Okay, I didn't see that as a probable lead, honestly, but I think we can just go Gambit. I don't think it's likely that they'll just go for like a raw Focus Blast. That would be kind of nuts. Okay, right into H-Rot. Interesting. Good play. That was good, actually. That was really good. GXE pretty bad too. Okay, so I guess they were. I don't know. That was like not a bad play at all. Maybe hands. Maybe we just go hands, but I really don't want to burn Terra early on because I kind of want to use Terra for the Dirge. So this is awkward. See, the gold's not Balloon. That's good to know. I'm kind of tempted to just go Lucha here, but that feels sort of bad. It feels like that's just going to get Lucha one-way ticket to Lucha doing nothing. We could also just stay in here and like click Ironhead, I guess. Not the worst thing in the world. We might have to make plays here. We might have to go Iron Hands and start actually making plays. I think that's our best call, is Iron. Okay, whoa, Banded Razor Shell in the house. Banded Razor Shell in the house. Holy, okay. Yeah, well, that's going to do it. Yeah, Banded, that is super banded. Good God, okay. Yeah, that's Atomax banded for sure. Okay, so that changes the equation a little bit. That's not good. We could go Lucha directly CC. Has issue if we get the play wrong, obviously really bad. But Razor Shell will like kill us if we do SD. Actually, it won't kill. So I think Lucha SD here is good. Okay, there, yeah. Oh, that's okay. So I mean, there's good news and there's bad news. Good news is that makes King Gambit here actually look pretty good. Bad news is we lost 2 Pokemon to a lead. That did so much more than the Calc said. How is that possible? Adamant oh, it has, what the heck? Calc is weird. Okay, I'm going to Sucker Punch because they have not switched out once this game. All right, fair enough. I'm going to Rapid Spin here because... Okay, cool. I think Bulk Up into Headlong will kill... Bulk Up into Head Smash will kill this. and they don't kill us. So let's do that. Don't critical hit. Don't do it. Good. Don't miss, Tusk. Don't you miss. It's not how we do things here. We never miss in this house. Good. That's what I thought. Okay. Now we lose to the Landorus is the play. No, I'm kidding. We have maybe a trick or two up our sleeve. We can kill with the Strange Steam here, and we don't. We might die. Okay, Flip Turn comes out. That did so much damage. Holy dude, that's wild. Let's just overheat and see what they want to do. Okay, super slow gold. Good to know. Hex comes out. All right. It's time to Flame Charge. It's time to do that thing. Spin that wheel, roll that die. Here we go. Skeleturge. I know I've asked so much of you today, but I need you to carry me again. I don't know what D-Knight set this is the tricky part. I don't know what Ival set it is either. This is so tough. I think we have to assume it's an Earthquake D-Knight. But I don't want to assume that. I think we can Flame Charge and just see what it is. I'm going to Flame Charge again. Because that's how much we need to outspeed, I think. Let me just, before I do this and not even outspeed Ival. Oh, thank God. That worked out so conveniently. That +3 outspeeds Ival. Okay, that is EQ. We see EQ. Let's Terra Dragon and Slack off. Oh no, we got Encored. Okay, that's not good. I gotta spam Slack off here. And we're getting Ice Spinner. That's not good. I think there's still a way. I think there's a way. Because they don't have E-Speed. No, never mind. We take too much. Ah, Dirge, you almost carried again, buddy. That sucked. What happened there? What happened? I mean, I think we don't have a water resist, and then we got a CB Trot Wellspring matchup. I think it's basically just what happened. Lack of water resist. Let's make this Terra Grass. Yeah, we lost a lot of plays too. I think that was winnable. We just had some unfortunate stuff go down. Yeah, like the Atrot killing tons so much was just not good. Matchup was pretty bad too. We got this happening. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I guess not being... I guess like a different Terra type on Dirge would have saved us, but I still think Terra Dragon's done pretty well for us. And let's be honest, the D-Knight set was kind of BS. Like, who runs that? Who runs that? Like, who runs on... I don't know. That's not really a set. Like, Encore, Ice Spinner, EQ, I guess it's kind of a set. I don't know. It's fine. I think we move on. I think that was winnable if we knew more about the team. Okay, Cowboy, you are getting banned. Let's see. How do I do this? Oh, no, hold on. That's deleting your message. How do I remove you? Oh, there we go. Timeout. We'll just do half an hour to the end of stream. Okay. You'll be unmuted next time, but let's see this. Okay. Wheezing, pretty good. I mean, once again, I could see Skeleturge doing really well. I like Hands as well. SD Hands looks pretty good, although, well, not that good, because if we Terra Bog, Cinderace can destroy us. Bulk Up Tusk looks kind of nice. Let's just start with Wheezing, see where it goes. Okay, yeah. Slowking lead, sure. Like, we could Taunt to block. Nah, that's not good. Future Sight is pretty rough for our team, honestly. Yeah, Future Sight is pretty rough. Could go Iron Hands and SD right off the bat. I think that's the play. Because at least this, we can do a double down. Go for the Ice Punch here. Cinderace comes in. Yeah, we're not going to take that much from this Future Sight. Now we can Drain Punch. I think they thought that Future Sight would do a lot more. That's my guess. So, because now we can Drain Punch. You go Prim, we like win that scenario. Prim is taking a ton. Okay, awesome. That works. This Tusk is still killing us. I think we just get out of this situation here and go into Lucha, because you do click EQ here. Now this Tusk has no attack and it's probably Earthquake, but I think we still die. Yeah, we still die, so we're gonna go Lucha here. Oh, you rocked! That's so greedy, bro! Oh my gosh! I'm kind of impressed at how greedy that is. But okay, we SD'd. This is a bit unfortunate here, because this thing probably has Brave Bird based on that play. But that doesn't kill us. Brave Bird does not kill us, so we could SD, but then they have a lot of options to kill us. I feel like we just CC and kind of, well, then Corviknight. We could Terra Ground SD here, is what I'm thinking. I think that's worthwhile, because that's going to take, then we'll take about half, and then we're in a really good spot to kind of destroy this team. So we can CC here. If Cinderace comes in, I am clicking Encore. Oh, Prim. Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. CC kills actually most of these. I'm still going to Acro, even though it's obvious. Actually, Acro is obvious. There's a good chance they'll Terra into something that's better against Acro. Should I click it? I'm just trying to think about this matchup. I think I do honestly need to CC here. Okay, never mind. We got gamed on completely. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Yeah, ooh, that's not good. We're in serious trouble now. Tusk is still nice here. I think Bulk Up Tusk looks really solid. But it's definitely scary, this endgame. Yeah, let's sack the Hands here. Hands is not that helpful at this point. Oh, that's not good. We're in trouble, guys. Yeah, because we don't have terrain. We can Strange Steam here, but they should just EQ. Yep. Okay, can Dirge, can you live one, buddy? Maybe. And, Gambit, then can you kill with a sucker after? You totally can't. So, okay. Let's think about this then. How much is Tusk Headlong doing? Can that kill with the Gambit Sucker? Okay, so the play is to go Tusk. It's to Headlong. Okay, that did so much damage. Oh my gosh. And then we sack Dirge. And then we go into Gambit. That's the play. But yeah, we lose this. I guess I just shouldn't have overpredicted with Lucha. That was the mistake. EQ will do a hefty chunk here. Oh, it's Headlong. Okay, so we'll just die outright. GG. Unfortunate. That was unfortunate. I'm gonna go for one more because ending on those 2 losses just felt terrible. I feel like I should have just played better. I'm trying to think if there's anything we need to change, like anything that we could adjust to make this better against some of the threats we've faced. I think I want to try, even though Hands has been good, I want to try Leftovers, Terra, Bug, Calm Mind, Bolt. No, we can't run Raging Bolt because it can't use electric moves. It'd have to be like Terra Blast. Like Terra Blast Fairy, something like that. Which is probably not as good. Yeah, because the dragon moves are going to be super weakened. Yeah, maybe was I just too hasty? I mean, Garchomp is pretty rough for this team. Threats. Water types, Wellspring, Primarina, Aatrot, Garchomp. And ground types, honestly. Maybe the answer is just adding a Wellspring of our own. Yeah, 8-4 is where we're at. Yeah, sorry. I mean, Bolt can't use dragon moves because they're going to be super weak. 8-4 is not a 75% win rate. 66%, I think. Yeah, because it's 8 out of 12 games. There's that one Sinistra Glazer who keeps wanting us to use Sinistra. I guess we could, but I feel like Sinistra does a lot of what Dirge does, but just worse. Let's try Grass on this. I think that at least that helps us with Wellspring and also with all the ground type threats. Worse against Poison U-turn, though. Maybe it's not the play. It's tough. There's no easy answer here. Guy recommends Palmot because we have issues with ground types and Wellspring. That is interesting. What was our list of abusers again? Looks like Kyurem kind of works, but like, Kyurem seems bad here. I feel like the most underperforming one has kind of weirdly been Tusk, but I don't think we can support it because it seems defensively too important. Maybe the play is just to go with a booster speed tusk that sets rocks. Hazards would have helped us out of a few hairy situations here. And my phone once again went out of power, so I can't hear any of you in chat. Actually, 4s. Come on, dude. The Tusk bulk up has been nice on a few occasions, but let's just give this a try here. Okay, Hands looks really good. Dirge looks really good. A lot of stuff looks good here. Let's just lead with Wheezing. Get this party started with the Wheeze. And if they lead Scizor, I like the fact that if they lead Scizor, we can overheat it. 1 second. Guy asking if this is live. Yes. Please don't stream snipe me, but yes. Okay. Tornadus lead. Fine. Kind of weird. Specs is interesting. Kind of tempted to just go Tusk here, but that's probably a horrible idea. Let's do it. Let's do it. I don't see you clicking like Grass Knot here. Yeah, cool. Let's get rocks up. Nice. Ice Spinner all the way here. Landorus getting chipped is huge for this team. We have 3 Pokemon that love Landorus getting chipped. It is a Scarf Grass Knot Landorus. You don't see that every day. Our Ice Spinner removes terrain. I probably should have thought about that. Maybe not. Ice Spinner on Tusk. Removes terrain. Probably should have thought about that. Probably should have thought about that. You know what else might be good on our Tusk is Booster Attack. That could be fun too. Anyway, though, let's go into Wheezing. Okay, looks like they want to Wish to heal that up. I'm not loving that. Maybe we can just go Iron Hands SD. That seems fine. Ooh, we could Taunt here. Actually, I like that better. Let's Taunt here. No Wish Pass for you. Let me look for the perfect music for this battle as they pull up the stream. No, I'm kidding. They're probably not. I guess Gambit here looks pretty okay. Lets in the treads pretty easily, but there's really no way out of that. Thinking we just go Lucha on the treads. Hopefully the EQ comes out. We could go Dirge. I don't think we do that, though. Dirge eating an EQ here would be horrible. Oh, beautiful. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm going to click Encore here. I'm tempted to SD on as this comes in, though, because that could be bad. We could Terra Ground as the Tornado Thunderous enters, though. That would be good, too. Okay, fine. Let's SD. Hopefully it's not Scald. If it is, we can Terra Ground to get out of that. Probably not worth it. I'm dancing. What are you doing? I'll see. I cannot see chat right now. Sorry. Reptiles theme Mortal Kombat. Okay. They don't fish for Scald Burns, which I'm happy about. Scizor can, if Scizor Terra Steals here, it can kill, otherwise not. So if you want to Terra Steel, valid. Oh, they don't even kill. That's rough. That's got to be a bad roll, right? Why do you not let me why do you not let me change my own stats? This is so irritating. Like, this Shodex here is just like, okay, let me go Calkit. Fine. It's like, we'll let you lower it, but we're not going to let you raise your stats. What are you doing, bro? Okay. How much HP do we have? Just want to see if how crazy exactly that was. We have 192. That's the Scizor. Okay, so that's Scizor, and we were at what? The Scizor did 82. Yeah, that was a pretty bad roll. We're just going to get flip turned on here. So probably worth just saving it as a sack. I don't think we let it go. I'll go Gambit here. If Treads comes in, I think we just attack and click Kowtow. Get a little bit of damage off. Yeah, I don't see Treads being a massive threat to our team. We could Terra Ghost SD here. Not sure how I feel about that. Hitting the Terra on your Gambit when they have no Supreme Overlord boost is kind of an unhinged play. But, you know, might work. So I think we just regular Kowtow here. Okay, critical hit. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Yeah, that did a lot. Actually, no, that didn't do that much for a critical hit. It's defensive Treads. At least it's not leftovers. That's good. I think Sucker Punch here is fair. They might Rapid Spin. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's okay. And they're just going to EQ here. Actually, here's a fun play we could do. We go Lucha on the EQ. Oh, come on. All right, that's upsetting. And then we can go Wheezing on whatever they do here, and then we can Overheat. Okay, that's not good at all. That's really bad. They might actually kill us. This is really bad. I guess we sack Lucha, and now Sucker Punch can kill that with Gambit. That's kind of nice. What is this Tread set? How much did Sucker Punch do last time? 31, so this probably kills here, honestly. Yeah. This Tread's gamed on us, though. That was bad. That was really bad. Okay, Wheezing, you should be able to handle a Zamazenta. I'm still thinking Dirge should be able to handle this. Okay, we just get absolutely smoked by a Heavy Slam. How much does that have to be banded to kill us there? 55. Nope, not necessarily banded. Actually, probably does not even close to need to be banded. If that is banded, Tusk can come in and handle it here. So we probably do that. They hit us with the surprise. It wasn't that much of a surprise. Okay, it is Body Press. Unfortunate, it happens. The good news is this probably can't do that much to Dirge. That's the really good news. So, okay, in we go. But they can drop our defense, which sucks. If we Terra immediately, how much do we take from Body Press? Not much. So, okay. Let's Terra and Torch Song, I suppose. Or else Terra and... Jeez, I guess we Flame Charge, probably. I just hope we don't get dropped quickly by Crunch. If we get immediately Crunch drop, that'd be really bad. Don't forfeit. I want the real ending, whatever outcome it is. Okay, I wasn't planning on forfeiting. That would be weird. Let's hope you're not really fast, Treads. Gonna Flame Charge. Okay, cool, cool. Do we outspeed Landorus at this point? With our Dirge. No, that's unfortunate. Let's get a Torch Song off. Body Slam. Yeah, this is irritating stuff. Is this AV? I think it is. This is unfortunate. Yeah, this is AV, I think. Or wait, hold on. +2. How much did we do at +0? We did 10. Yeah, that's got to be AV. And it won't. Okay, it's letting me lower it this. Nope, never mind. I try to go -1. It's like, we'll let you do that, but this is so dumb. Oh no, I forgot Misty Terrain. I mean, it's going to run out. This guy's like talking like a cartoon character. It's kind of weird, but I guess to each their own. I think the play is just to flame charge up a bunch. Okay, no, it's not AV. So I'm going to Shadow Ball here then. I think we slack off probably on the protect. Okay, here's what you have to do. You have to not get the body slam para on me this turn. Then we'll be fine. Don't get the body slam para on me this turn. Don't get it the first time. Okay, there we go. I think we're good now. I think we're good. Yeah. Mula goes down. We should be good. Yeah. Okay, cool. Whew. It's a relief. All right, this you get torch songed. I very much hope you're not about to roar me, because that would be kind of insane on this set. Good, you did not click roar. Actually, have they used Terra? This could be Terra Blast. These could both be Scarf Terra Blast. How much do we need to outspeed Scarf this? One more. I think we flame charge here, and then we should be in the clear. Surely if you had roar, you would have used it last turn. Okay, now I think we should be able to just safely torch song everything without risk of getting anything crazy. I'm going to slack off here so we can live a potential like hit from something weird. Let me just double check. We do outspeed a Scarf one of these guys with our Dirge. Yes, we do. Okay. We need plus 2.5 to outspeed Lando. Let me check in and see what chat's saying. Wow. Just scrolling through, getting a history lesson of what happened in chat here. Okay. Chat's way behind and going to load forever. Never drop roar on Zamazenta. Yeah. This should be a kill. Yep. And now we're in the clear. I can now safely say GG. Okay. We got the win. That's good. Went 9-4. Not too bad. What's our final elo? We ended in like mid 1700. Not that bad. I honestly think this has potential, so I'll probably try it again. Change up some sets. Dirge, obviously a main, is going to be staying. It's really good. Hands was kind of, maybe could be replaced. But yeah, not bad. Not bad. I think it might actually be real. Okay, well, thank you guys very much for attending. Anyway, yeah, I chat's whack, but thank you guys for attending. I'll try to time this right.